friends, it's time for your weekly read. Welcome to the last Monday of the last week of December 2020. We are done with this very transformational and difficult and in many ways life-affirming year. I say life-affirming because I think this was the year a lot of people thought they were going to do so many things, and in fact we were doing the opposite. We mostly did nothing because we couldn't really do much but appreciate all the things that surround us. So in that way, it was the year of life affirmations, right? Of taking inventory of the things in your life that fulfill you and the things that you'll never take for granted again once we're allowed to move freely. So at least that's the way I'm choosing to view it. You can, of course, view it completely differently. But next time I see you, it's going to be 2021. So this will be our last divination read for the year 2020. What awaits us during the last week of 2020? Well, let's find out. Per usual, I use a mixed divination system of Lenormand and Tarot. I'm going to start with Lenormand. What awaits us during the last week of 2020? Okay, I'm going to do my favorite 5-card cross spread. We get so much information from this, and it's always nice to see what's weighing on us and what's the internal driving factor that's pushing up towards what awaits us the week. All right, so we've got garden, lily in the middle, bouquet. Our top card is crossroads, and our bottom card is the lady. So the middle row, our central card, lily, stands for virtue, purity. If we're talking about time, it's about things that take a long time. Anything that's lily, it's essentially worth the wait. So this week, with lily flanked by garden and bouquet, so it looks like this. Lily's caught between the garden, which is networking, being amongst groups of people, going from place to place, outdoors, and bouquet, which is harmony and joy and things that bring us fun. And given that this is the last week of the year, so, New Year's Eve and all the usual parties and social gatherings that we traditionally do, what this card is asking us to do is asking us to wait, to hold off. Lily is the card that says, while those things seem like a great idea, gathering, having joy and fun with groups of people, Lily is saying no. We need to wait. She's kind of like, in this sense, I don't want to say the wet blanket, but she's basically, she's being the friend that is saying, I know what you're thinking. I know what you want to do, and it's not a good idea, and you need to wait. She's setting those boundaries. Weighing on top of Lily is crossroads. And we've got Lily, right? She's our central focus. And then we've got lady. We've got the woman. This tells us that we are looking at choices. Choices that, because it's Lily, take time to come to fruition. And with woman on the underbelly, there's probably a decision that you'll have to make that has long-term potential with a female influence in your life, because the female card is driving all of this. She's at the bottom. What's weighing overhead of Lily is crossroads. It's choices, and what's the bottom pressure is female, right? It's a female influence. But Lily in the middle is saying, stop. think. You've got multiple options that you need to weigh before giving in to a female influence, before being influenced by a female in your life or a female energy in your life. So again, Lily is asking us to put the brakes this week on any decisions that you have to make that could potentially affect a female energy in your life. If you don't have a female energy in your life, then it could be you, right? There are long-term ramifications to making decisions. So don't be hasty. You're being asked not to be hasty. You're being asked to take a moment, to take a breath, to take your time, to think through and be strategic, but most of all, to be patient. But we're also being asked to hold off on any social gatherings, which, again, I love when the cards and what's currently happening in society and science kind of lines up, because it's almost like a whoa. I don't want to use the word creepy because that's not the right word, but it's very reflective of what's going on now. Total disclosure, I have zero plans to go out this week, and I have zero plans to see humans that I love in a long time. But because this is a general read, the cards are picking up your energy. They're picking up your thoughts. They're picking up the thoughts of the collective, right? Remember, we're now, Saturn and Jupiter are now in Aquarius, so the collective, the conscious collectif is what's super strong right now. And so these cards are picking up what you're thinking. So if you're out there thinking that it's the new year, just this once, I'm going to get away and maybe see somebody, just know that, you can hide from people, but you can't hide from Lenormand, and you can't hide from your spirits, basically. And your spirits communicate with my spirits. And Lily, vis-a-vis my spirits, is telling you, I know what you're thinking. And the answer is no. So that is Lenormand for the week. This week I'm going to also, given this information, given that in a way we're being, I don't want to say reprimanded, but being firmly advised, I guess is the phrase I'll use. I'm going to use my New World Tarot to ask how, we should use our energy this week. Given that some of this might frustrate some of you, right? How should you channel that frustration based on this reading? Or the disappointment, or the annoyance, right? Because we don't like to be told what to do by people. I don't. And we certainly when cards try to tell you what to do, it's like, oh. But somewhere out there, one of you or some of you needed to hear a firm advice that is asking you to wait, and today was the week you got that message. So however that makes you feel, you now need to channel that energy, take some action. What does our New World Tarot have to say about that? We got the Teacher reversed. The Teacher in New World Tarot is equivalent to the Emperor. So reversed, you're being asked to put in check those feelings that might make you feel so anti-authoritarian you might do something stupid and reckless. So you're being asked to check your behavior. You're being asked to, again, like Lily, right? Stop and think about what you're doing. Is this for your benefit? What are the consequences? What's the worst case scenario, and are you prepared to deal with it? Because the Teacher reversed, or the Emperor reversed, doesn't use their logic. They don't use the leadership skills that helps them galvanize people and follow them, right? The emperor reversed or the teacher reversed is somebody that uses those leadership abilities to do something negative, right? So you're being asked to check that behavior. You know, if you're going to go out and have fun with your friends, get tested, get COVID tested beforehand, right? And then afterwards, right? Isolate. Wait though, but wait. But be smart, be strategic, use your head. And that, my friends, is this week's divination read. And take that advice however you'd like. Know that I'm excited to see you in 2021, and I hope that no matter how you celebrate New Year's Eve, no matter what you do, I also want you to think back of all the wonderful things you learned about yourself this year, all of the things that were challenging, all of those obstacles that you faced and survived and made you stronger. And then I want you to think about your toolbox. How has your emotional and spiritual and mental toolbox grown? How have you grown as a person? What lessons did you learn this year so that in 2021 you can continue to be a kick-ass, amazing human being that can survive a pandemic? And if you can survive a pandemic, you can survive anything. Thanks so much for watching, my darlings. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and I will see you in 2021. Bye.